Using 2B pencils for base layers, and just use soft hands for shading, little bit of shading. Don't use hard brushing, because if you do a hard brushing, or you can say that cotton buds for blending, if you go hard, it will not be blended or it will not be removed or erased afterwards. So if you're going for a detailing things, just go for base layer with soft hands and soft blending. You can use earbuds, you can use brushes, or you can use blending stumps for blending. I have made outlines of eyes and any other eyebrows or eyelashes things first, because if you can see that if I will make a base layer first and outline second, I cannot be traced from this picture that any other lines from where it is starting and where eyes outlines are ending. So I have used first outlines, then blending it, and then base layers. Main thing about drawing is that you should observe where are highlights and where are shades. There you can see that there are harder portions on eyes are too. The cornea and other things are too much dark, so you can use 6B or 8B pencils. But for any other lighter portions like eyelashes, eyebrows, just go first for lighter pencils, then go little bit of darker pencils. I will highly recommend you to move from 2B to 6B. Don't use 8B or any other higher number of shading portions for drawings if you are a beginner. Use 2B or 3B pencils for little bit of eyebrows that are too much light in portions first. If you see that left side of eyebrows are little bit of lighter, as middle part of eyebrows are too much dark, so first make a base lines with mechanical pencil, or you can use also 2B pencils. Small or soft hands, you can use eyebrows in directions of eyebrows. If left side it is going, use small portion of left side. You can also use mechanical pencils. Those are best for smaller details if you want to use. But keep in mind that if don't use hard portions or hard hand for drawing any portions. So if you want to erase in afterwards, it will not be erased easily. Now for eyelashes, use semicircle method. Make small semicircles first, and just remind you that use observing method first. Observe that small parts of eyelashes are longer than other eyelashes. So first make small semicircles, then use or observe which parts are longer. You can use mechanical pencils or 2B pencils also, but use sharpened pencils because those are too detailed. Use higher grade pencils like 6B or 8B for darker portions of eyebrows or eyelashes. As you can see that middle part of these eyebrows are too darker as compared to any other things. So I'm using 6B, or I can also use mechanical pencils. Just use a little bit of hard portions for middle part, and same as different or last method, use darker and with direction method while observing it. If you want to make a realistic sketch or any other skin tones that you can see picture and you can say that it is a realistic sketch, so you have to focus on little bit of details. It will take too much of time of yours for a detailed sketch, but trust me, it will be worth it in the end. So as you can see that direction of skin matters. Just observe your hands or any other things. Observing that, you can see that there are directions of skin cells or any textures. So just like that in this picture, under the eye, or I can say that above the eye, there is a little bit of direction beneath under the eyes which are going downwards. So use mechanical or 2B pencils, just with slow hands, that slowly put small portions below eyes. Small portions, not big. You cannot use dot portions, just use direction methods, because some portions should be semicircle type or some portions will be dotted type. So you have to focus on skin textures with photo or the reference picture. Use mechanical pencils for any other detailing, or you can say that outlining nose or any other details, small pores or portions. Use mechanical pencils, and the main thing about mechanical pencil is that it is 0.5 mm or too small for detailings, but don't go harsh, because if there is a hard outline for nose or any other things, it cannot be erased in afterwards, or you can say that any other things. If you will erase it, it will leave its outlines and it will look too bad. It will not look as realistic as it can be. Okay, the main thing about realistic sketch is that it can go for little bit of lighter portions, or you can say that lighter shadings to higher shadings, or you can say that darker shadings. So this is the portions below nose, that will be a darker portions. So use 2B, 6B or any other things. First you make a base layer of say 2B, 3B or any other, or you can see, or you can say that observing the shades and highlights, you can decide which portions are darker and which portions are not. Use soft pencils like 2B, 3B for a lighter portions below details or details that are going downwards. You can use small portions of 2B or 3B pencils. If you go for darker pencils like beard or any other small details, you can go for 2B, 6B or any other things. Just don't go for too dark portions, because if you go for too dark or hard portions, it cannot be erased afterwards. The main thing about skin texture is that you should notice skin details, or you can say that small details. You should focus, or you can zoom on photos, or you can say that your texture picture or your reference picture, just zoom it out and see where small details are left. It took me 1 hour to draw simple eyes and nose and small textures. If you go for more details, it will take 1.5 or 2 hours also. Just don't rush if you want to make a realistic sketch, because rushing will make a sketch but not a realistic sketch. So that was all tips and tricks for part 1 of nose and lips for Sushant Singh Rajput realistic sketch. I hope you have learned something from this tutorial, and if so, just hit
that red monster. There's a red monster below named subscribe
button. Just hit him and kill him by subscribing and adding a bell icon to all.
If you want to collab,
if you want
a sketch
made by me, or
of yours, or
you can have your
friends or
family or any other,
or if you have
any business
inquiries,
there's an email
I've given
description. You
can
can
email me,
or you can
also DM
me on Instagram
or Facebook.
Anyway,
if you want to buy materials like pencils, blending stumps that I am using on my realistic sketches, I have given their links below in my description box. So I hope you have an artistic day. See you in part 2. Tattoos.